Some people move through social media without leaving footprints. No profile pictures updated. No celebration posts. No carefully angled selfies announcing where they are or what they're doing. They exist online, they watch, they notice, they understand the game, but they rarely step into the spotlight themselves. And in a culture obsessed with visibility, that silence makes people uncomfortable. Most assume it means insecurity, or fear, or social awkwardness. But psychology paints a more layered picture. For many of these people, being seen isn't neutral. It demands energy. Attention feels like something that has to be managed, responded to, maintained. So instead of chasing it, they limit it, not out of rejection, but out of preference. They're selective about what parts of their inner world become public. While others feel reassured by reactions and feedback, these individuals stabilize themselves privately. Their confidence isn't fed by engagement, it's internally regulated. There's usually a strong internal identity underneath this behavior. Studies on self-clarity suggest that people who feel anchored in who they are don't feel the same urge to constantly present themselves. They don't need to narrate their life to make it feel real. Their values are already organized. Their direction feels settled enough that they don't look outward for confirmation. Trends pass by, comparisons lose their grip, and external validation simply isn't necessary for emotional balance. This often overlaps with a quieter form of self-esteem. Not the kind that demands recognition, but the kind that functions without it. These people don't feel incomplete when no one is watching. They don't measure their worth by response or reach. Psychologically, this kind of stability is linked to lower approval-seeking behavior and greater focus on tangible goals, the kind that develop offline, unnoticed, but solid. Their thinking style plays a role too. Before sharing anything, they instinctively consider context, permanence, interpretation. To them, posting doesn't feel casual. It feels consequential. Their mind treats expression as something intentional, not automatic. Psychologists describe this as evaluating oneself from the inside rather than through social mirrors. Authentic connection matters more than surface interaction. Substance outweighs display. And then there's awareness, a quiet understanding of how distorted digital spaces can become. Many non-posters recognize how easily comparison sneaks in, how curated images quietly reshape self-worth. They see how quickly expression turns into performance. So they step back, not because they're disconnected, but because they're protecting their mental equilibrium. They choose distance where others choose exposure. So when someone doesn't post their pictures, it isn't always withdrawal. Sometimes it's discernment. Sometimes it's emotional efficiency. Sometimes it's knowing exactly how much visibility feels right, and refusing to exceed it. Confidence doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it lives comfortably without witnesses. If you're drawn to understanding the deeper psychology behind everyday behaviors, the parts people never explain, stay here. This channel isn't about watching lives unfold. It's about understanding how minds work beneath the surface.